Here's another Setons game. This one will have a little more actions than the ones I've uploaded before, so you can see some experimentals, some real nice fighting. So in the middle we have Mapman versus Syndicalist. You got VIP versus Seton. Two very good players. It's gonna be a great naval battle here. Here we have Styre versus McFly, also two very good players. It's gonna be a nice UEF versus Cybern, as well as here UEF versus Cybern. So classic naval battle. And there we got Barry versus Bulk. This could be an interesting air fight, so it'll be a good game all around. So again, we see the commanders running to the middle. Send went with two pigeons and a mechs and a factory. And Map basically went with a mechs and a factory, so Map slightly faster. Zoom out a little bit, you can see everything. So again, the strats for the Navy players, first thing they do usually during standard builds is take over this island, so rock is closer to the island than the beach spot, and the same thing on this side. Most likely Seton should be able to take over this island in a standard game unless VIP tries something extreme or will have to fight over. He has to go over a longer distance. So we see actually sent in an NG first, and NGs go faster than engineers, and he got to this mass spot first, so he's getting mass already. It's a nice move by Sind. And you can see in the middle, people always basically spam a whole bunch of power, and both players are doing that. We can see VIP sending T1 interceptors directly to Seton's base, and he's mostly expecting Seton to build a fast transport to send to the island, and if he's in the way, which he just saw a transport with the interceptor, he will be able to kill that transport, basically buying himself a lot of time to get to the island. So Seton is a little unhappy about that. He was able to drop off one NG and now have to walk on water to get there. And we see here Mapman using his arties, floating arties, so he's Seraphim versus Cybern. He can put his arties on water and he's taking shots from distance at Sin's commander. It's a really nice strategy. You see here, oh nice T1 bomber from VIP actually took out this NG that was walking around, and he's got his own transport full of engineers. Most likely maybe engineers, maybe some fighting units he's going to drop on the island. Of course, Seton's also got a T1 bomber, and he'll be looking for this drop and try to bomb it immediately. Just straight out of the drop, these NGs are building a factory. So factory is hard to kill. You see Seton spotted it, but unlucky, the bombs all missed, and understandably is not happy about that. So that's a little bit of random things that happen in Forged Alliance. In 9 out of 10 cases, those NGs should have been dead. VIP caught a break. He also was able to drop some NGs straight to the main island, but these got quickly reclaimed by Seton's NGs. So, a good eye by Seton. So while that's all happening, we got a nice mid-fight. We're about 6 minutes. Most of the mass is gone to reclaim, and you see a nice stream of units coming from Sind. You should probably bunch those up. So Cyber, in terms of Tech 1 units, they're weaker, but they're much faster than the rest of the factions. And we can see Map here building up his army behind, letting his ACU get all these kills. And now you see Sind realizing he's losing units, is going to build up an army as well. And while all this happened, you see we got a lot of scouts from blue as well as red, basically looking and trying to see what are the strategies of the other player. See, VIP was able to get another drop to this island and actually take over this island. Now what Seton's going to do is try to build a navy and take this island back. So this fight still is not over. And here between McFly and Styre, it's more standard basically. McFly took the island unopposed. See, we got some first naval units from VIP sending T1 subs. Probably start a fight, a T1 naval fight with frigate. So submarines can kill frigates because these have no torpedo capabilities. At the level 2, at Tech 2, destroyers would be able to take on these pretty easily. But we see also here McFly, knowing that Steyer is a more methodical player, he went quickly and built some T1 Navy, which is easily countered by Steyer with a T2 PD, which basically has the distance on it. And now he sends his ACU, he's going to start building Navy as well. See T1 bombers coming in from McFly. He will probably attempt to snap at these NGs here. Nope, he went after these NGs over here. That was a nice piece of bombing, but of course Steyer has T1 interceptors which kill these quite easily. So they only get one pass in. We see another bomber from McFly taking out NGs. So see, this is what bombing usually looks like. It doesn't miss. However, Seton got very unlucky here. And that's basically, well, he lost the island anyway. Actually, that was a huge reason why he lost it. It would be more inconclusive. See some T2 air from red. It's Aeon T2 Swiftwinds. Those are really good at this stage. See a T3 scout coming from Balk. It's gonna spy and see what red is doing. Here we see a nice battle between Sind and Map. Basically, Sind's got his rocket bots here. The Tech 2 Cybern. They got nice long distance rockets, so he's got range on the rest of the T1 units. But also a really nice wall for Mapman plus a PD, which is gonna basically impede the progress and get a lot of kills. So nice strats from both players. And Sind's still gonna go around the wall and push. And he's using these rocket bots not to outrange this gun behind the wall. And we see some early T3 air from Balk. He's killing off this T2 air. So early on it looks like air is won by Balk, but not throughout the map. So we see now Steyer really is getting his Navy going. He's got 2 T1 factories, a T2 factory. He's going to really start building this up. And we see that in McFly, in terms of Navy, he's got Cybern. They have nice T2 submarines, and that's what he's making. He's got 3 of them already. And now we see a destroyer from Seton. And we have a cruiser from VIP. So the cruisers are nice against air, but they're poor against other naval units. Although these are Cybern, and these do have a nice gun on them. You can see here the Cybern commander. You can tell by the rate of fire he's got an upgraded gun. He's going to get a whole bunch of kills. And you can see how he's just using his ACU to fight, letting his army be behind. So this is nice micro from him. Now we have McFly's Navy coming in to help, just basically to look. T2 gunships from Balk going after Sin's ACU. Right now there's total air control from blue. And now red will send some air units to try to kill these. Of course, Sin can hide in the water. And that's the advantage of having this Navy here. If this Navy was here, Sin would most likely be dead. So, nice play by McFly. And now we see these T3 air units basically taking out these gunships. This is a mistake by Balk. He should have his air here. He's playing it more safe, but he does have numbers at this point. And we have a cruiser from Seton, which is going to basically put an end to this island from VIP. So it's a very difficult island to take. You have to take it and win Navy, because this cruiser has so much range. Straight out of the factory, it'll just shoot everything on the island. And we got a nice battle going on. 2 destroyers, 2 UF destroyers fighting against the Cyber Navy. And he's also a nice micro from Seton. 2 T1 ships going ahead, taking the hits, and the more expensive ships behind, using their range. So a big difference between UEF Navy and Cyber Navy is that UEF basically has shields and in general has more hit power, but Cyber has range. So as long as Cyber can stay out of the basically field of view and also use its stealth, it can take shots at UEF without taking a hit. But UEF gets close, Cyber is in trouble. So a small lull in the fighting. Now we see another UEF cruiser. This is a very good weapon that also Seraphim has, but Aeon and Cybern don't have this at level 2, at Tech 2 stage. See, these rockets have very long range. See some maneuvering here between VIP and Seton, but Seton has got 3 shield boats, so a really nice unit for UEF, and he doesn't really care much. VIP can't really hurt him. So Styre will finally push at minute 16. See Cybern destroyers taking shots at Mapman's middle base, taking out factory, maybe mass extractors. Well, Mapman's basically got a shield, got some T2 defense. So really no option for either mid player to advance. You see very early strat bombers going after McFly's navy, and that's again the advantage of winning early ASF battle, which hasn't happened, but Red basically just gave it up. Now we see the first fight between the air. Red should just go after the bombers instead of wasting his units fighting the superior numbers of Balk. But now I see that's exactly what he's doing. He's going directly after the bombers, which have most likely caused some kills on this navy. So giving Styre an advantage. Of course, Styre always takes his time, but now you'll move into position. From the other side, you got VIP using range on his naval units, and an interesting thing happened. He has actually split his navy into 2, realizing that Seton has a stronger navy. He'll just go into the corner with half of his force and try to build up the other force here and take shots at Mapman. So while this is happening, we see Styre echoing. He's going to go most likely T3 with his commander. And if we look at the scores between the 2 mid players, they're very even. We have to say that Mapman took a lot more punishment from the 2 navies. First from McFly and then from VIP, although he defended it well with some shields. Now he's going to build multiple shields. See a nice move by Map. He separated a single cruiser which has anti-air capability, and he's just going to go after the economy. And Styre will move almost his entire navy against this cruiser, allowing McFly to move in again into the middle and get some damage done to McFly. We see take 3 units from Syndicalist. However, they will not be able to. A single T3 unit won't be able to take on a nice fortified base here. It will prevent any kind of T1 spam. So it's a nice defensive unit for Syndicalist. So this means that Sin has a single T3 factory here, and he's making bricks at this point. So another small air skirmish between red and blue, with blue basically having control of air through the 20-minute mark. Styre will get his navy back together and try to push on McFly. McFly has actually quite a few submarines, T2 subs, and that's a big advantage that Cybern have over UEF. UEF is in general weak underwater. They're good with shields and on top of water. So Sin still attacking, and you can see that since the score has actually went past Map, because Map has had to expend resources defending against the navies, and actually got a bunch of his stuff killed. And we see VIP taking advantage of the fact that Seton's navy got split into 2 pieces, and one piece went into the far corner of the map, is moving in. He's going to kill some more of Map's base.